Hello, this is Dr. Michael Greger with my new book, How Not to Age, where I talk about the good news that we have tremendous power over our health, destiny, and longevity, that the vast majority of premature death and disability is preventable with a healthy enough diet and lifestyle. The reason I wrote this book is to cut through all the nutritional noise and nonsense out there. It actually reminds me of my last book on weight loss, where, both dieting and anti-aging are multi-billion-dollar industries, and with so much money in the mix, the propensity to promote all sorts of preposterous products is apparently just irresistible. And so, even an educated layperson seeking advice in either arena, living lighter or longer, is just faced with an inscrutable barrage of pills and potions. Even as a physician, with the luxury of wading neck deep into the medical literature, it was a challenge to separate out facts from farce. And so, if it took me 3 years to sift through all the science, I'm afraid the casual observer may just have no chance. But that just makes this endeavor that much more important. Why? How Not to Age? When my book, How Not to Die, which went through each of the top 15 killers, why wasn't that longevity book enough, since there's no such thing as dying from old age, based on a study of 34,000 consecutive autopsies. Centenarians, to the person, died not of old age, but actually on autopsy. Even those who appeared perfectly healthy prior to death died from disease, most commonly heart disease, the #1 killer of men and women in the UK. Well, the reason why I wrote this longevity book is because aging itself is a risk factor for so many of our leading killer diseases. Even if something like cancer were completely cured, it would only add a few years to our average life expectancy. Why? Because if you don't die of one age-related disease, you'll just drop dead of another age-related disease. So instead of playing whack-a-mole with each of these various diseases, we can, by slowing the aging process, reduce the risk of all these major age-related diseases at a single time. The reason we focus on things like cholesterol, which can increase our risk of heart disease 20-fold, but an 80-year-old has 500 times the risk of having a heart attack than a 20-year-old. But we talk about cholesterol because it's a modifiable risk factor. But what if the rate of aging was modifiable too? That is what I talk about in my book, How Not to Age.